Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. This is Roxanne, and we're going to channel the Q&A today. I think it's number 5. Q&A number 5 from the viewers. So all of you who sent your questions to me, thank you so much for participating. We'll do probably about 18 to 20 today, and we'll finish up the rest on Friday. And I'm wearing black pants tights idea because Rita said it went up my skirt.
Yes.
And that might take your view away, distract you. I was like, really? That's flattering. I'm so sorry. All right, so questions. Here we go. Hang on. And greetings once again to humanity. This is Ocyphius from the Oversoul Collectivier. We bid you a good day. Alright, Q&A once again. Let us journey into the ideas of your inquiries, truly. Here we go. Rita, you may go.
First question, this is from, actually it's 2 parts, but this is from Jen.
Jen. Mm-hmm.
I'm asking Big O about my dog and I, and did we co-create before this lifetime? Or does Pippi have more connection with my mom?
Well, let's say this. That is a fractal of an idea of you, truly. It is, let's say, if you want to say it like this, it comes out of your oversoul. So it is another fractal journeying in what you call the Octavia of this idea densities that you are couched within in this time. It is now currently that fractal idea out of your oversoul being that idea of a 2D being. And it is part of you. The connection with the mom is much the same, out of the same idea oversoul, truly, in a different idea fracting evolving itself. Understand this, that you are all more, let's say, connected than you truly realize, and it will become in its apparency in the future nows, that it is that, let's say, prevalent of the connection between all of the ones that you are co-creating with on a frequent basis idea, truly. So yes, very connected to you and your mother, truly. Go ahead.
Also another question, I never thought about having children. However, 2 years before my awakening, I had a dream that I was holding a baby in my arms, breastfeeding her.
Mm-hmm.
There was this intense electric connection going on. This was my first time to ever feel something that deep and real.
Yes.
Could Big O tell me who that baby might have been?
That was you as a probable baby, that idea before you woke up. That was another self playing out the timeline, that you, the self at that turning point of creating ideas of 2 separate selves, of, let's say, probable selves playing out the idea timelines of choice. And that was one that was going that direction, that would, let's say, not wake up in that fashion. There was a probable idea of that one waking up anyway, but not in the same context as you woke up. Of course, it's all very unique. So in that idea, you were feeling your future idea nows from the perspective of you at that point choosing which way to go. Truly. And you chose in this idea, our world that you're creating with us, the one that awoken. In that way, with no idea, children. However, still always a probability. Oh yes. Go ahead.
Okay, this is from Jen. I've been decorating my new apartment and I realized that I have a lot of balls everywhere. My lamps, my curtain rods, etc. are all made of silver or clear balls, LOL. I was laughing about this a lot and I know it sounds weird, but I have a feeling they mean something. If it's pornographic you can share, I don't mind. One last one. Do I have any hybrid children and are they playing jokes on me? Maybe with the balls, LOL.
The ball is a representation of your world. They don't place them there. You are the one creating them. Always remember, it is your reality that you create from your subjective universe at all times, entities. Those ideas in co-creation are still ideas energized, created by you. So in the idea of the hybrid children, yes, you do have them, and there are plenty of them. And let's say if you want to know details upon this, you know Roxy's phone number, give her a call and we'll explain it in that now. As far as the symbolic representation of balls, it is not in the idea of let's say pornographic. You have satisfied that need in many ways to where you're not putting it out there to instigate you to move in the direction of, let's say, sexual satisfaction. You are most certainly doing that well by yourself without any props. So in that idea, let's look at the idea clear, maybe holographic bubble, representation, spherical, everything is perfect, round, in that idea. It is more of a representation of what you call your bubble reality that you want to remind yourself of. You have gone through a transitional phase, which you know very well. What you did before you left Europe and moved here to the States, if you will, you did that idea first choice. In a long time, that really represented the choosing of yourself over the idea of fear. And then, of course, on the other side of the mirror, that of moving to the United States, you see it's all wonderful, truly. So it is a resounding reminder, a clanging symbol in your reality to remind you you are in your own bubble, your own circle, your own idea, perfect idea, spherical, round holodeck. Truly. There you go.
Okay. So, the part about do I have any hybrid children and
Yes, she has plenty.
Okay.
She can give Roxy a ringy-dingy.
Okay. The next question is from Angela. I am currently working with a new person who reminds me so much of someone I dated for 7 years. He is so similar that I feel they are one person sharing two bodies. Am I accurate to say that they are this close?
You are recognizing the idea of the fractal of that. You can term it in ways of twin soul, that idea date, and the one you are working with. Same idea vibration, because it's the same idea fractal from a different perspective. True. Go ahead.
Also, I'm currently unsure about my current relationship as I feel like he's lacking passion for me.
So passion for yourself and expectation of another. Bing. Truly. Let it go. If you're not happy, leave. Go. Move. Shift. Your choice. You stay there for some perilous idea of fulfilling an obligation in hopes of an outcome that he will shift. Only you shift. The mirror doesn't shift for you. Truly. Go ahead.
This is from Alex M. How can I activate my Merkabah?
Once again, the idea of the Merkabah. Activation of the Merkabah is, let's say, easily done by following your joy is the best idea. I want you to ask yourself this question, though. What's it going to do for you? Are you all of a sudden going to shift into a new idea, enlightenment of yourself? Are you going to move past all the couched, solid, held onto, hammered in belief systems because the Merkabah will immediately erase those? Let's say this. It's already activated. It cannot be unactivated. It only can be perceived as unactivated. Truly. So in that idea, let's look at a new perspective. Understand that it is, and you did it by yourself. Now there's no how to, so you release yourself from that paradigm, parallel reality, to drive down and try to find an answer that is only existing, not in that idea seeking, truly. It is already in play, working, let's say, effortlessly, on its own, perfectly, with no intention from you. So in that, now see the results because of your awareness and acceptance that it is activated will show you the results of that in nows to come. It is not an end-all like idea to wipe out all the beliefs of you, because that knowledge and spread through the idea of the collective for how long that knowledge has been upon the earth, you guys would have sent it a long time ago. So let that go and know that's not the way that you are going to trigger some kind of, let's say, escape route or movement or jump forward. It's about the evolution of co-creation of the entities called humans. And each individual are part of the collective whole. Therefore, each individual idea, belief systems are shared and understood by all the collectives, your terms of empathy, if you will. So in that idea, Heal yourself by following your joy. Recognize your limitations and allow them to flee. You need not hold on to those ideas of structure that keep you separated. Move forward in this idea, and you shall see a new part of you that was, let's say, termed in your definable ideas as a recognizable idea, and that now, that will be, let's say, upon your footsteps, doorstep, that will say, it is awake. I am activated. Booyah. Go ahead.
The second part of Alex's question is also, what group of extraterrestrials do I have a connection with, and are
Which
there
ones
any...
don't you have a question?
Yeah.
Connection with is a better idea.
And messages.
Yes. Messages, let's say, let's say this. The blue avions want to speak to you. They've been speaking with you, but you are chalking it up to a discounted idea of imagination. Because you're looking for a definable idea that is within your reality complex of an acceptable creature, in your terms, the idea of an alien or an entity beyond that of human, that is, let's say, connected to you for maybe fascination ideas, maybe ideas of past idea references that you received through others, your different channelings, your different ideas of psychic readings and such, that gave you the connection to a certain amount of what you call civilizations. And the blue avian idea was not one of them, although it is pinging in your mind now, truly. So now that idea message is, we're here to talk to you, and it is us that's been talking to you about the things, let's say, that are beyond measure of your acceptable self at this time. So allow our voices to come through, listen if you choose, and co-create if you may, truly. Go ahead.
The next question is from Peter B. The other day, Saturday, I was at work. It was lunchtime, and I had already eaten and was reading a book. I became very relaxed and was falling asleep. I was just about to go to sleep when I heard a woman's voice coming from the center of my head. Very clearly, she said, "Hey, Peter, can you hear me?" This startled me, and I woke up answering to her, yes. Then it was over.
Yep.
Well, a couple of days later, again, I was in an attic at work, and it happened again. Only this time it was a man's voice who said Peter, which came from the right side of my head, very close, next to my ear. I did not recognize either of the voices, but they both seemed to want to get my attention.
This is an idea of mediumship. Truly. You're, let's say, tuning into a reality that exists in that idea space that you are in, the attic, if you will. So here is an idea offering, if you choose. We don't need to tell you who they are. They will be recognizable. The voices come through as interpretation through your mind, so you won't recognize them because you can't hear them with your audible. As soon as you hear them with your audible, then you will recognize them that way. They are ideas of, let's say, friends. And if you go back into your attic and listen with an empty mind, truly, then you can get that idea receivership of their voices in the audible world of compression that you understand. And then you can recognize who they are and continue down that venturous idea and that new co-created reality that you have accepted as a probable reality to play out. What's the matter, Bear?
I took my cup away from him.
Why did you do that? I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's...
Really?
the parent now.
He has grown quite a bit. He is showing ideas of that's mine. We love it.
I will
Excellent.
have that, and I won't take no for an answer.
Let me have that. Most exciting. Little raw bear growing up.
Maybe he just wants water.
He wants to play with it.
Is that all with that question?
Yes.
Wonderful.
So the next question is from Merjo X. How do I practically disconnect from my old self or parts of my character that I do not want to have anymore and change my character to adopt new traits that seem more beneficial?
Choose your joy in the moment. That's the formula. There's no other structure than always in the now. In the now. Look, I don't like this portion of me, so I want to get rid of it. But that portion of me is a memory. It's not happening now. in the now, when that idea vibration comes up to where you know you want to choose different than what that standard idea of the old self tells you is correct, and you know, the fractal, in that moment, this is the old me, this is the new me. That's the now to choose that. You can't choose it out of time. It's not happening. It's a memory construct. If I don't like this portion, I could have made a different decision. Let it go in the now and move forward. And let those vibrational frequencies in your now that come, that represent an idea of no longer service you, give you the opportunity to choose different. That's when you can become less of what you are not and more of what you are. It's all done in the now. You do things in time. You're doing them now in time. You're, let's say, enhancing the illusion of time, always, though, in the now. So focus your now in the now on joy instead of an idea of how to fix, and then you're viewing yourself as broken. You don't love yourself truly. And that idea, you just let go of that portion of the, let's say, interaction of fear right now. And move forward and follow your excitement. No matter what it is. Follow yourself, child. Whatever you choose. I don't care what it is. Do it. The revelation of your idea, humanity, co-creation bubbles on how unique is coming soon. We are going to start the idea channeling on this. Let's say it's going to be a phenomenon to realize how unique your Earths are. How not one Earth it truly is. Enhancing the idea of billions of Earths. So the idea for you to choose your joy gives you one of a billion Earths. What is out there that lies in the unknown? And only the ones in the now are creating that little tiny little fragment of information called your Earth and that now. How many others can you bring in with a joyous idea of yourself? Versions, new ideas that will come in and give you exactly what you are putting out. Beautiful joy. Choose that and know that you are not choosing the old you. That knowing, let's say, takes it and lets it go. It may rear its ugly head in other definable ideas to show you the choice you have made. And it becomes, in that instant moment, less valuable. And you're like, huh, yeah, done. But if you get mad at it, why this, and then you sustain that vibration. Then that earth becomes more and more prevalent of whys and hows and I need to and cans and musts and please rescue me, I'm broken. No, you're not. You're God. Choosing an idea of a hell of a joy, hell of a ride. Truly. Have fun with it. Be now, choose your now, that you choose, that you know with your discernment that is your highest joy. And you shall see. Trust. Truly. Sorry.
Okay. The next question is from Jonathan P. Ocyphius, what can you tell us about the shungite stone from Russia? It's a black stone, and it said that shungite stone can clean water. What else can it do? What are the other health benefits and spiritual benefits of the shungite stone? And do you really have to recharge stones?
Truly. Recharging stones, let's give you this idea. There's an idea of depletion and recharging, for you live in a construct in your mind that things wear out. But they're new every second, much like your body. Never needs to age. Construct says it ages, therefore you buy into it, you get an aging idea body. You drive your car with gas, it's full, you drive far enough, it becomes empty, depleted. The crystals is no different than that idea construct of your perceivable reality, introduced at one other time or another in your unique world, that said it needs to be recharged. Truly, it does not. It is new every minute with the vitalized ideas, the signatures that it benefits and whatever idea, receiver, practitioner uses it for. Truly, clean water, health, vitality, let's say, fertility, many ideas. Stones have been charged in the idea, in your world, with different idea properties. Those properties awesomed the idea of effect. Those effects that the practitioner believed in and the recipient of that practitioner's idea joy believed it, then it became that. And many ideas have shifted over the thousands upon thousands of years that you've been playing with crystals. And that's just on this idea timeline of the probable Earth you're playing now. And then, of course, there are many other Earths that have the same idea. One Earth, this quartz did this, and this, let's say, stone did this. Lapis did this. Let's say, topaz did this. Citrine. And they have different effects according to the ones that charge it with their energy of believability, creating that individual singularity bubble to have that effect. So yes, it can do many attributes, and it is in your hand whenever you choose to do that, and it will sing to you. Why? Because it is your reality. You have created it, so everything in your reality that you create, you definitely know. Truly. Follow your intuition. That's it.
So the next question is, also from Jonathan P.
He's busy.
I have a question about different types of Earth realities of experience. Are there realities of Earth where everyone looks like an anime character, that is, an anime universe? Anime is a Japanese cartoon character style. Because when I imagine it, I can see different parallel selves looking like anime characters or animated characters.
And your reality will answer you this way, yes, because it's your world of choice of what you're seeing is being created. All nonfiction is here is fiction over there in some idea other worlds. All fiction here is nonfiction over there in other, I'd say, idea worlds of you. You get to make the real ones and not you. It's your world. The ultimate reality, once again, is you believe what you want. You create what you want. There are no limitations. So your anime world is an idea of an animated world with sentient beings acting about. The only difference is it's not flesh and bone. It's not matter. It's cartoon. It's drawn. Yes, of course. It's a holodeck. Whatever vibrational speed and apparency to give you that reflection back as an interpretation of, let's say, a plastic world. Flesh and bone world, brick and mortar world, anime world, a world of water, a world of light, all bent in idea different frequencies to give you the illusion, once again, of what you call Earth. It's up to you, and truly, absolutely it does exist. Why? Because you thought of it. There is nothing unknown in the idea of all that is, and all that is all that is. So if you know it, it's part of all that is, therefore, according to you and your choices of free will, it is. Simple. Beautiful.
Okay. This next question is from Yarly.
Yarly.
I like to create stuff. It's my excitement, and I very much enjoy people's approval about it.
Yes, you do.
I remember Bashar said, I would still do channeling even if there were nobody to listen. I really like that quote, but I feel like I need someone to pat on my back for my excitement, to say, good work, son, etc. I seek approval like a vampire seeks blood.
Yes.
What joy in art if it can't be recognized by others?
It is being recognized. It's your expectation on how they should be recognized. It's your timely idea on, if I'm doing this, it needs to show some kind of recognition in this amount of time or it's shit. Let go of it and don't expect to watch them come in, let's say, droves to really admire your love. You must understand. Let's give you this. Guys know my Yishna. Alright, Sylvester's coming in. Alright. Stretch it out there a little bit. Alright, Yarl, listen. If I'm doing a project, something, nice dress, Roxanne. If I'm doing a project, my project is pure love. In other words, I am unconditional love, which means I don't have any expectations back about it. Then that signal is sent across all of the collective whole, because you're all so intimately connected. They will come and admire and feel and love your work because it's love, and that's what everyone here on earth is seeking. The remembrance of themselves. You follow it inside, you find the love, you have no reason to go out and seek love because you are the idea, and that idea for others to, let's say, beacon in on your lighthouse and come in and discover themselves through you. But if you're looking for time or a certain kind of expectation of validation, then you're putting out an energetic idea of limitation. So what do? You just create. You just create with no expectation, and it comes. You got to trust the bubble, the individual singularity universe you're creating, and everything around there is a holodeck and all the nows that are waiting for you, and it'll give you that according to your vibration chosen in the now. What you put out is what you get back. Trust it. He is on it today. So think about it, Yarly. If you're, let's say, a gardener, and you loved gardening, you would be without expectations of gardening. But you're not looking at that gardening. But gardening is art. Because it's the love of the person that creates. That's their artful way in your terms of considerations of art. It's the beauty you're putting out, but there are, of course, so many definitions of art that you skirt those ideas as well. But Roxy wants to be a Picasso of channeling. She's honing her skill. She wants to be really good at channeling. So what does she do? She channels her ass off. So in that, she becomes more familiar, attracting the idea of more to the idea representation of her own love for herself. And she doesn't care how many come or don't come, because she loves what she's doing. And the feedback is that because of the love that she's doing. She's putting out unconditional love, Yarly, and what does she get back? Love. He's all happy. So he gets back love, she gets back love, you get back love if you put out love, but you can't put out an expectation on love, because that's a conditioned love and that's limitation. So stop expecting, put out your art, and make it yours. Do not fit a construct of another perceived idea. Don't be like anyone else. Be yourself with the idea of the offerings of guidance by others. Truly. How old is he now?
7.5 months.
Oh, he's got a lot of energy.
Yeah, more like 8, right?
Yeah.
More like
Close
8.
to 8
Well,
months.
that goes fast, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, almost 8.
Sure does. What else? What number are we on?
We are on number 10.
Yep.
This is from Marina.
Hello, Marina.
What is consciousness? In one of the sessions with Bashar, a speaker asked, since everything is a vibration, what is the actual substance that vibrates? The answer was consciousness.
Yeah.
But what is consciousness, I'd like to ask? I understand that it makes up everything, like everything, but what is it?
In your terms, let's call it awareness. How about that? Everything is aware at one level or another. A lamp? Piece of suede? Definitely aware. It's creation, it's consciousness, it's a portion of all that is. From the individual perspective of the molecules that make up this idea, in this physical reality, is being that idea. And that is consciousness. It is aware. It understands itself through its own, let's say, creative idea of fractal self in that matter. But it all is consciousness. Awareness. That fits good, yeah.
Okay.
Tommy Jean, can I have more coffee? We'll keep it down in between, guys. While Roz having his heyday. We'll take small little pauses.
He's just a bundle of energy today.
We're getting coffee. Talks amongst yourself. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Go ahead and read the next one.
Okay. This is from Kohala. How can people with physical problems resolve them? Simply not wanting it anymore. Me, for example, I have itching skin and I really don't want it. Why do we have physical problems and how can we resolve it?
Okay, well, let's not go why do we, all right? More and more in idealize, we will now channel why do you. Keep it subjective, okay? When you put out the idea of they and them, you're putting off the vibration of your choice reality upon others. Keep it subjective, because that's what it is. So in that idea, why did you give yourself truly itchy skin? Have you gone to the doctor? Is there an allergy? Is it an experience? Yes. Is it a result of some kind of bodily idea, vibrational negative frequency within you, showing you there's something going on with you that you can heal? The itchy skin is not the idea of itchy skin. The itchy skin is a result of the vibration you're harboring that is a negative idea within you that you're trying to tell yourself to let go of. You get cancer because you're angry. And I'm talking anger. Revenge, anger. Spurs the idea of cancers. So in that idea, you have itchy skin and you're tired of it. You're upset at it. When you accept whatever is in the moment, what are you accepting it with? Unconditional love. What is give feedback in the mirror? Unconditional love. What's the result? Receivership of unconditional love. What's going to happen? It's going to heal on its own. But you need to look into the why you're so mad at it. Let's look at that construct within yourself. You're telling yourself there's something wrong with me because I have itchy skin and other people don't, and they don't, and why do they? Why they're suffering, this and that. By the way, guys, if you perceive another person suffering, in pain, then you're reinforcing their reality in your world. Compassion eyes, allowance, acceptance, mastery work. So let go and look into yourself, darling, and discover what's going on with you and some of your idea issues with yourself of acceptance. Those idea challenges you've given yourself and you're pinging it off over and over again, and it's resulting in an idea of a physical ailment. And these can be attributed to many different idea ailments that humanity perceives in and of itself. When you are divine, you're fine, truly. Go ahead.
This is from Jupiter Green. Can my higher self recount to you for me one of my past lives that the now me would think was really awesome and kick-ass and I would really love? Does my higher self have a name? And can I get some information or a clue about this thing that I got going on with my friend Jess?
The idea of the friend Jess is a probable reality for you to experience portions of yourself in ideas to reflect back through Jess to allow yourself to love you more. Don't interpret it as a special meaning of an outcome. Romance can be that, will be that, if you choose that. Don't look out of time for it to be anything in particular. Be the now about it and watch it unfold in the beauty and majesty that it is. It'll show you in that idea. Now, the idea of the higher self. Does your higher self have a name? Sure, it has thousands of names. Thousands of different ideas in that idea of the higher self. If there's a past life that you would want to reflect on, you're looking for something with nostalgic ideas. Guyona. Chomko. Stand by. Kochi no moko. Kimi ako. What's your name?
Jupiter Green.
Koma kashi no ko na cha. We're using the Iona. They can look through, let's say, 1 billion Akashic records in a second. They're really good at that idea. There's many ideas, most of your, let's say, past life that are relevant in that idea of leadership and fame and such like that. You were, let's say, most noted for the particular ideas of your love for battle. Not so much in the recent ideas. You've shifted away from that, played more females in the last 5 or 6 idea timeline lines. but you were, let's say, samurai, warrior, leader, lieutenants, hero idea types. But as far as notable in your historic history, not so much. However, at the time, let's say you were the rock that your men followed in all of those idea leadership lives that you led. Your military idea interactions, your ideas of security and guarding in those ideas were your most notable for your idea of reflections back to you in the mirror of being, quote, famous in those worlds. True? Go ahead.
The next question is from Kelly S.
Hello, Kelly.
My family that I live with wants aliens to interact with us.
Yes.
Have they already, or will they in the future?
Well, let's say they have already, yes. The memories given in the moment. So the interactions, once again, were not remembered as the interactions of an actual physical idea contact, but it most certainly was and it will be as, let's say, as soon in that idea. Don't try, though. Oh, don't try. As soon as the collective whole is ready for those interactions and the possibilities of others co-creating with you and your family in alien visitations in the physical world in your living room, if you will. But the vibrational construct of the earth, when that becomes ready more and more, it'll happen more and more, and you are right there on the forefront of that happening to you and your family. So let it play out. There's nothing you need to do or can do to improve upon it except stay in the now, be the love you are. So you can send the signals to all that is in the co-creation vibration of known as humanity that you guys are not seeking it for an egoic structure to do whatever you do with that idea of that interaction. And it's truly just a whispering idea of the beauty of just feeling the interaction of talking with an alien. You just want to. So that idea, context of you putting that out by following your joy and not worrying about when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen, only strengthens the idea of those probable realities to come into you sooner. So yes, it will.
Okay. The next question is from Nick J.
Nikki,
And it's a two-part question.
part one.
I felt my body swaying side to side in the morning after I woke up. What was that?
You felt your body moving like this, side to side in the morning after you woke up. Question is, was it moving side to side in the morning? If it was not, and then you were feeling it, then what we are getting on that idea, yes. Okay. Is you, let's say, coming back into the body in the idea of the vibrational conscious self. You have the body conscience when you go up here, you leave, you go to sleep. Body conscious stays here. Just think of a bear hibernating. Body conscious, but the conscious bear isn't there. Not a whole lot to do. So just like you, every night, leave. Body conscious stay there. So when you came in, you had that vibrational, you were awake and aware, but you weren't actually in the body, so you gave yourself a vibrational feeling of, let's say, moving into the body is the way you were interpreting it as you were coming into the body. Go ahead.
Second part of the question. I've had an interest in time travel and sometimes feel like I've incarnated from a future life prior to this one. Is there any truth to that, or elaborate?
No, because there's no truth to time. It's all right now. That future self didn't incarnate before this self and came back. That future self is right now. This self here is right now, and all the past selves, plus all the other future selves, and all the other world selves, and those world selves of you are all going on right now, just from a different perspective. Look at now as this one still idea, and everyone is looking at the now from a different perspective. That's it. The now of all that is from the perspective of your creation of the now. Go ahead.
Let's see. This is from Thelid. A few months ago I was meditating and fell asleep. I felt like I was flying forward through space and my face was burning. The next thing I remembered was laying in this white pod-like thing. there was a white man who was touching me, and I remember hearing someone say that I needed an implant. I also felt like there were other people in pods surrounding me. I was pretty scared, yet I couldn't remember who I was. I just felt like I was far away from home. So I was just wondering if you could tell me what was going on in that dream.
Well, let's say it was not a dream. It was an actual, let's say, this is more on the idea of astral shifting than projection. You were there doing that, being shifted in conscious self-awareness of this idea body. The physical body stayed behind, but you, the etheric body, went as the conscious self of the human fractal. What's the matter, baby? And went through that idea, the representation of movement in space, and that gave you the burning, the flying. You were interpreting and expecting movement in space. So you interpreted the movement as a burning sensation. That's one thing. And then going to the idea of the white men in the white pods idea, and getting and receiving an implant. The implant is an idea. The idea of, let's say, transmitters, GPS locators in some fashion, for different ideas of probable futures of connection with the IEL civilization. Truly. Let it play out. We have details on it, more so. You can, let's say, contact Roxy if you want a little bit more detail on this. Go ahead.
The next question is from Lorraine.
Hello, Lorraine.
How will the 4D Earth affect the animal kingdom, and can you give help and advice?
The 4D Earth will not affect the animal kingdom. Your interpretation of the 4D Earth gets the representation of the animal kingdom. It's all about the subjective universe. They will put out their vibration. You've seen already animals hanging out with each other. Okay? The lion escorting the antelope out of the lion's den in a nice way. That's been out there. The interactions of animals, because of your frequency interpretation, your love for yourself allows animals to vibrate the version of the animal in your world to be different. The 4D Earth allows the animals to be more ideas with the vibration of themselves, to explore themselves in your co-created world, and whatever they choose to put out will be that. But the 4D Earth doesn't affect the idea. You affect your bubble idea, and whatever your unique world says the animals will be, they will be. And they will be friends. Birds coming and hanging out. Different ideas. Completely a unison world. Oh, so much fun coming. Go ahead.
Second part of the question, can you give help and advice on channeling?
Yes. Channel your ass off. Sit down and channel. And I don't care what comes out of your mouth. We teach, I think we had 28 students go through the class. Here's what you do. You channel. You just get on and do it. And don't care what comes out of your mouth. I don't care if it's this or that. Get the connection going, because if you idealized at one time, which apparently you did, is what you're saying to me now, the higher self of you, understand the three minds. The conceiving, receiving, and perceiving. The conceiving mind is your higher self all the time, so that's the connection you already are. So channel every thought you have in your head and don't judge them. Well, I'm repeating things of the past. So what? It'll evolve. Patience in the now. And trust yourself and watch your own channelings evolve. You will connect more and more to the conversations as you are channeling in the nows with no expectations of yourself, just to be that idea channeler. Then the channel idea, your own filters of belief shift. That shifting of those beliefs allow different idea conversation frequencies to connect to you, and then you will start to hear and understand different ideas. And then you will notice that, okay, they want me to say this, so you say that. Okay, I'm saying this, and they're saying, and then you start repeating, and then what happens is all of a sudden there's no repetition. You're not hearing then speaking, you're just channeling. And then the information comes through in thought blocks. You will be represented idea from your higher self as an entire conversation that's encouched in one word. And that idea, poof, word comes in, and you know the thought, and then all of a sudden you feel the entire word idea that has to be done in this frequency of 3D, one word at a time instead of the entire thought block, which you guys are more than capable of doing. You get that idea and it just flows out of you naturally with no intention on your part. You allow and trust and just channel. Hi, I'm a channeler. Good. What do I want to channel about? I don't care. Let's try it. Let's just channel. Get some friends over. Doesn't matter. Ask questions. Record yourself. Be the channeler in any way you can. Find the chair if you're going to stand, sit, eyes open, eyes closed, hands together, hands apart. It does not matter. Be the channeler that you are. Picture yourself as a channeler. Be the channeler and act upon that. What does that tell the mirror to do? The perfect idea of that idea action, period. And it gives you higher and higher, more frequencies, more understandings of that, because that is your joy. And you're traveling through and allowing the unknowns to come. And those unknowns are represented in new ideas of yourself for expansion. Oh, yeah. Good stuff. Hi, baby. Go ahead.
The next question is from Pavel A. I have been told that Yod-Heh-Vod-Heh, the Old Testament Jewish God, is open to my communication with him. How can I communicate with him better, and what is the purpose for it?
Okay, let's find this out. Don't look for a purpose anymore, guys. Explore the unknown to see the beauty and the awe that you will give yourself in that idea exploration. If I told you the purpose was to be, let's say, just to say hello, and maybe he's going to give you a recipe of, let's say, an old idea herbal tea, and then maybe your excitement won't be so exciting to go down and pursue the conversation you're already having with him in your mind, then you're going, oh no, that's not going to be fun, because now I'm becoming your authority. So let that go. I'm not your authority. I'm an idea, a door opener. And here's what you do. You go, okay, how do I connect better? You already are connected. You do it in frequency. In frequency, we mean in repetition in this idea frequency, and the frequent amount you do it. Keep that idea frequency and trust, and write down the conversations, record them, or whatever it is that you choose to remember idea in the now, that reflection of that experience, and let it evolve. Then that gives you the purpose. And there are billions of purposes, because there's a billions of nows along that timeline if you choose to go down it. Don't look for an outcome of purpose. You guys are all purpose by being the now. Go ahead. Bless you.
This is from June A.
Hello, Jim.
I have noticed several times my vibration zooming. I do believe I am in the 4th and heading to the 5th. What will the 5th movement be like? Will it be recognized like I recognize the 4th, or will it be more vivid and apparent?
What are you in a rush for?
I remember the shift to the 4th was like going up an elevator shaft. Will it be like that again? I do notice hints of the same experience, or perhaps I am not done traveling to the 4th. Also,
oh, yeah, you're not done traveling.
Yeah. Also, my body is going through a lot of changes, and all in all, I believe they are good changes. Better health, really, but it is also a lot of work in getting to a better body. I notice quite often that I look younger and younger all the time.
Yes.
Is this part of the vibrational travel?
Absolutely. And the idea of the vibrational travels, you're already in the idea of 4D, 3D Earth. You're separating the Earths. You're not going to leave fourth density. Now, if you're like maybe are you thinking fourth density, fifth dimension, those are the ideas of the same place. But you're not going to go to the fifth density, because you're going to spend some time in the fourth density to experience, much like you spent some time in your idea in the third density. So all the results of your high vibration, what are you doing? You're giving yourself a high vibration because you're following your joy. You're feeling that idea. So of course the body's going to represent that. That's built in. Don't give it hard work, because it's not hard work. It's your perceived idea of the struggle you need to attain to do that, when truly it's on its own by just being you. Being the now, following your joy, and everything comes along with it, because that's the representation of the mirror. So if you are having fun with your life, you would want to continue the fun. Your body will represent that idea, because you're no longer contracting those idea energies within you that cause the distortions in your body, pain, ailments, and such and such. So you're doing awesome. Just keep it up. But don't try to leave the fourth density yet. We'll tell you this. The average in this, we're just talking in this idea construct you guys are playing in this humanity Earth. It's about 99 99,000 years is how long you spend one lifetime as a 4D being. And we're still 3D. We have a vibrational 4D Earth, but the collective hasn't moved. So the 4D, 99,000 years is the average lifespan that you spend in one lifetime. And, you know, you guys do quite a bit of lifetimes. There's no rush. Don't escape from where you are. Be where you are to create. Just create so much. So much unexplored. Be that. Go ahead.
Well, that's 18 questions out of 33 now,
Okay.
and we're right at 50 minutes. So,
Let's do one more.
Okay. This is from Alberto.
Alberto.
Hey Roxanne team, I want to thank you guys for all your awesome work and would like to know my higher self name and why are my feelings so strong and hard to focus on anything specific?
Don't be specific, because you're looking for the idea of specific for a certain outcome. Once again, if I focused on one thing that's specific, then I'll have a tangible outcome of maybe a career, maybe a really good thing. Be now, try everything. Go to the buffet of life and just serve yourself whatever it is that your higher self potentiates in front of you to follow. Don't worry about the outcome, experience it, and that idea, then you go to the next and then the next, and then you'll find a dish that becomes your favorite, and then you will eat there for a while. Roxy found channeling. She's going to stick with this for a while. She frickin' loves it. So that's where it is. So don't look for anything specific. Go from A to B to C to D to E to F and just keep playing the nows. And the nows will reveal what? Something you couldn't see from the now past there because you couldn't have the fathomable idea. That vibration of acceptable reality wasn't within your frequency band to show you something that is out of bounds from the now that you are. So you follow the now, be the now. The now will show you as the nows continue to evolve through your unknown ideas of yourself, and they'll give you that new opportunity. Give you that new opportunity of something unknown to you. Don't get specific. Don't define. Don't limit. Be, and you shall see. Well, I think Ra's calling it a day. All right, so we'll get out of here. We're going to finish up on Friday, the rest of the questions, and then we'll talk about, next week we'll talk about realities. Individual, unique realities and how unique they truly are.
Cool.
All right, I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here and bring back Foxy Roxy. Foxy Roxy, you're so cute. All right, guys, awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll get the rest up on Friday, and we'll talk to you in the next now. I love you guys.